What up? Bill here. All sweaty. Why is he sweaty? Well, I just finished a 3.75 mile walk in the sun with no shirt on. Getting my vitamin D over here in Orange, California. And felt really good. It felt really good. It's like I started the walk at around, I don't know, 5 o'clock. And went for about an hour and a half. Just to do something today. It's my Saturday. Happy Thursday to everybody. I need to get out of the house and get in the sun and just do something. I was napping all morning because, you know, with the whole Aussie thing, and now Hulk Hogan's gone also. It's been kind of a bummer of a last few days, man. I mean, really, especially with Ozzy, man. Hang on. Especially with Ozzy, he's my dude. He's my dude. And I still can't believe he's gone. But even though, you know, I kind of was prepared for it because we knew he was in bad shape. Kind of knew it was going to happen eventually, you know, sooner or later. Let me try to clean that a little. Sooner or later, you know, we knew he was going to go because, you know, party life, Ozzy, you know, but man, it's still a bummer. It's just, he's such a icon my whole life, man, and like literally part of my culture. You know, he's created part of my culture, you know, and my becoming a musician, he has a lot to do with that, you know, because of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, his solo stuff. He had a lot to do with me becoming a musician myself, and just a lot of my whole life. And it's just weird, you know, knowing that he's no longer here, you know. There'll be no more Ozzy, no more albums, no more live shows, you know. Just now all we got is the music he left behind for us to enjoy. And I was just listening to like some of the live stuff he did on that last show he did with Black Sabbath, and he did like Mr. Crowley and Mama, I'm Coming Home. And just like those songs just go way back, dude. They've just been there my whole life. And it really got into his music, man, like so much. It's just, you know, and then I wasn't super into Hulk Hogan, but he's another icon, you know, a legend that's been there my whole life. And we're losing some big timers here lately, man. Ozzy especially. But it's just, you know, a lot of my it's not, I know everybody, you know, days are numbered. It's just, you go through your life and they're always there. And, you know, these icons, these legends. And it just makes you realize that, you know, we all have that life's short, and here today, gone tomorrow, man, you know. And it's just making me really think about, you know, especially losing these guys, man, like especially Ozzy, man, just makes me feel like, you know, and how long he's been a part of my life for 45 years. He's been a major idol in my life. Like, it's just hard to believe he's gone. And now when I hear his music, it's hard for me now, you know, because I know he's gone, and the music just brings back so many memories. And, you know, so does Hulk Hogan, man, because when I was a kid, he was like the dude, man. He was the dude, you know. And then this thing he did with Trump recently was really cool, you know, how he got out there and supported Trump and ripped his shirt off and said all those cool things, man, you know. I'm glad he did that, because that was almost like his last, you know, he did a little comeback right there, you know. He came from out of obscurity pretty much and got out there and kind of made a little mini comeback there, Hulk Hogan, you know, with Trump, which was really cool. And he scored a lot of points with me there, being a Trump supporter, you know. And it just makes me realize that, you know, we're losing the really big ones. We're losing the big ones, man. It's like, you know, once we start losing all the big timers from my era, what do these people got these days that are gonna match that, you know? What's the future gonna be like for the kids nowadays? Who's gonna be their heroes, their icons? You know, are they gonna be anything like Hulk Hogan or Ozzy Osbourne, or, you know, all these ones we got now that are still alive, you know, these legendary American figures, you know, and, well, in Ozzy's case, England, but you know what I'm saying, these world bigger than life people, man, you know. And it's just, it kind of makes me feel old, you know, seeing guys like Hulk Hogan and Ozzy die, because they weren't like a whole lot older than me, really. I'm 55, Hulk Hogan's only 71, so, you know, he was just a little teenager when I was born. And it makes me feel like, you know, like my era's next, man. My era's next. Hogan's a boomer, and Gen Xers are next, and I'm Gen X. We're the next. We're the next ones that start dropping off. And, you know, when you lose, especially for Ozzy, for me, that was an eye-opener for me, man, him dying, you know. He was one of them guys where I felt like he was always going to be there. Just like Hulk Hogan, it just felt like those guys are always going to be there, and the world's just not going to be the same place with them gone. You know, that's just not ever going to be the same. You know, that it's just, it trips me out a little bit, you know. And now when I hear Black Sabbath or Ozzy, I kind of get this sad feeling, this kind of sinking feeling in my stomach and my chest, my heart. You know, it's hard for me to listen to that now, and it might be like that for me for a while, until I kind of go through the motions of, you know, basically like shock that he's gone. And you know, it's just kind of life-changing, you know. And we just got to move on, man. We just got to move on and enjoy here today, gone tomorrow, Ozzy, you know. And that just makes me feel like how fast life is, man. It just, now Ozzy is just a memory to me. He's no longer someone that is walking this earth with me, you know, at the same time as me. And same with Hulk Hogan now. It just makes you feel different when that happens, you know. And now he's a memory, and that's all he will ever be now, is just a memory. And that's like all of us, we're eventually just going to be memory. It's almost like life is just an illusion, man. You know, I mean, we can grasp the moment. You can grasp the moment now, right now, just like me making this video right now. And after this moment is gone, except for the moment I capture here on this video. But the actual moment and experience in this moment in time will be gone forever, to never re-experience it again. And it just like, you know, enjoy these people why, I know a lot of people do. They try to grasp the moment while they're here and enjoy the moment while you're here. But when you lose someone like Ozzy, it just it reminds you that, put the phone down and enjoy the world around you more. Get away from the computer. Hang out with somebody in person. Go to a concert and see somebody, you know what I mean? You just get wrapped up in life, and it starts getting by you. And next thing you know, these big people like Ozzy and Hulk Hogan, they start dropping off, and the world becomes less familiar to me when we start losing people like that, because just knowing people like that are here with us at the same time on the planet living, it somehow just gives you some kind of a feeling of comfort. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? And when you lose someone like those people that have been there your whole life, it is like losing a little piece of you because of the memories they gave you throughout your whole life, man. And I was just laying there last night, just kind of like, man, I can't believe Ozzy's gone, and now for sure I'll never get to see him. And there will be no more albums. I never really got excited to see Hulk Hogan, but still, I knew he was here. He was a part of my childhood and throughout my whole life. He's gone now. And it's like, I feel like, a lot of the people that were there, that were like there when I was a kid and growing up, they're gonna start dropping off, man. We're gonna start losing a lot of them, and just, you can't stop it. You just have to go with the flow. But I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit because of how I was feeling last night. And I was getting a little anxiety from it, feeling a little anxiety because it made me feel more just out there, more alone, knowing that Ozzy's not here anymore. I didn't find out about Hulk Hogan until just earlier today, and that was like, oh man, damn it. And he just had that resurgence with Trump, and I thought that was so cool. I had a whole new admiration for Hulk Hogan here recently, and now he's gone. He's history now. And I was watching this one tribute to Ozzy, and it really hit me, man. I got emotional. I shed more tears for Ozzy. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit more because I felt like I had more to talk about, how it made me feel to lose Ozzy, and then a little bit how it made me feel with Hulk Hogan. Although Hulk Hogan didn't give me I didn't feel like I really lost like I did with Ozzy, because Ozzy was Hulk Hogan really didn't inspire my life. He didn't inspire me with a lot of things, like Ozzy did. Ozzy inspired me with his music and just the kind of personality he had, was kind of influenced me and some of my personality, kind of wild man. I thought that was so cool, always thought that was cool, that kind of just the way he is, a wild man, kind of just just fun, just fun, party. That's how I was when I was growing up, a lot like Ozzy was. I related to him a lot my whole life, especially when I was younger. I related to him. But I just wanted to talk a little more about it. I'm going to Anaheim tomorrow to see some band called Archetypes. supposed to be really brutal, gnarly band. Going with the Buff Aliens, so I don't know what to expect. Should be pretty gnarly, but you know, doing that tomorrow. Got a nice walk in today, feeling really good. I was a little tired and groggy this morning, I think because last night I was still a little bit shocked about Ozzy, and it was hard to sleep. You know, I was having a little anxiety, a little emotional. Got me to thinking about everything, my life and all that stuff. You know how it is when someone dies, it makes you reflect. And I was doing a lot of that last night, and I didn't get good sleep, so I got up, had some coffee, my usual, you know, and fixed my neighbor fixed his bike and took a nap for a couple hours, and went and helped my buddy out, and took a nice hour and a half no shirt walk in the sun. Felt good. And I noticed they have these like banners up on the light post on Chapman in Orange where I was walking, and it was from the local college, right? And they showed like a picture of the graduate and 2025 graduate and what field they graduated from. And I was thinking, wow, if they put me up there, what would be my field? And I was thinking, man, well, because I wasn't a graduate, right, from college, I would be thinking like studied in the art of partying, alcohol and drugs, and partying and heavy metal. That was my thing. That was, instead of going to college, I opted to just, you know, be a musician and have a good time and try to be a rock star and party, that whole lifestyle. That's what I was doing when I was those people's age, you know, and just working some job. So I just thought that was funny, you know. I was thinking like, okay, these guys are like business majors, psychologists, and I'm thinking, okay, when I was at their age, I was a freaking musician partier. I just thought it'd be funny if they like had one of those for a guy like me, and it actually said that at the bottom. I thought, I was just, you know, thinking that kind of funny. That was kind of funny. So anyways, I'm almost back home. I'm not sweating anymore. I just wanted to talk a little bit, do a little truck talk here. I'm still a little bummed out about Ozzy. It's going to take time for it to actually sink in that, you know, he's gone. And hopefully all the death stuff is done for a while. I mean, that's enough for now. There's a third one, I just can't remember his name. Actually, there's four. One's an actor from my day. I can't remember the sitcom he was in, but then also some Golden Earring, a band called Old School band from my era called Golden Earring. I guess their guitarist died. It's a famous guitar player. So that's four. There's four. I think the actor's name is Chuck or something, like Chuck something. Anyways, In the Family or something like that from that one. But anyways, that's enough of death. Enough death for a while. It needs to stop. So anyways, I'm home. I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, have me some dinner, and try to enjoy the rest of my evening. And if I, you know, hopefully I get inclined to do a little bit of cleaning, because I really need to do that. So thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. And remember, man, like, just enjoy the day, because definitely none of us is guaranteed tomorrow, man. So y'all have a good day, evening, and we'll catch you later. All right, see ya.